We are back here on the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show. We're actually going to switch gears now and talk about a subject that we've been talking about on the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show for, boy, I want to say at least 30 years. But somehow or another, we just can't say enough about it. It is the concept, the idea of organ donation. Here to talk about it, two individuals, two perspectives. Brenda Tate is back. You may remember we started on her personal journey about a year or so ago. Is that right?
A couple of days. On the 19th will be a year.
A year. And Joyce Starzo, welcome.
Thank you.
Is this your first time
No, no, no.
on the show?
No, it isn't.
Oh, okay.
No.
When were you here before?
When I was with Leamington.
Oh, that's
It is,
right.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, we
right.
had big
Okay.
teeth.
All right.
Thank
So,
you.
Brenda, you were here a year ago. You told us about your brother.
Yeah.
Kind of give us the backstory and then bring us up to date.
Okay, well, my brother's doing great. He's doing really well.
Awesome.
And so it'll be a year, the 19th
Uh-huh.
of this month. Will
Okay.
be a year since I took that journey. I was blessed. Everything went well. I went in that Thursday. I was out that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was out Saturday because I wanted to go home Friday, but they suggested that.
Now, let me stop you there just for a second because you're saying your brother's doing well. You went in Friday, you went in Saturday, but what was the issue?
Well, I had a kidney. I donated a
I
kidney.
know that, but we
Yeah.
want to make sure they know
Okay,
that.
I'm sorry. Well, I donated a kidney, and
Now, that's a living donor.
a living donor.
Okay.
Yes. And I think what was so unique about it is that my brother and I were not a match. So we were able to enter this chain program where my brother received his kidney in September. And then I was able to give mine to a donor in October. He received a kidney from a match.
Oh,
So it's a
interesting.
chain that goes on. And I think there's about 9 of us in this chain right now.
Wow. Now, do you know the other people?
Well, no, I
you
don't
don't
know
get to know
who.
them.
Yeah, and it really, I think the more important part of that was it allowed my brother to be moved up on the list.
Absolutely.
He was only on dialysis for 1 year, Lynn.
Oh, my.
1 year, and that's the message that I want to get out today, is that most people don't understand that you don't have to be a match. You will be moved up on the list. And you will not be on dialysis that long.
Right.
So if you have a loved one or
Given that scenario.
yes,
Given that
yes.
scenario.
So you can always be in the chain of donation.
And that's significant in particular for our community.
Absolutely.
Because of that need.
Yes.
Because of that need.
Yes.
Now, Joy, you kind of have a different perspective on this. Joy Starzo. Starzo as in Tom Starzo, Dr. Tom Starzo. So you've kind of seen this whole concept of organ transplantation evolve.
Right, right. My whole life pretty much has been around transplantation. Tom and I met in Colorado. I was working in a transplant unit and he was a doctor. So I've been with the organ transplant program for a long time. But my perspective was getting donors, getting people to donate, getting people to sign up for donation, to donate their organs. And it's not always just the kidney and the liver. When you donate your organs, they can take any part of your body. They utilize any part of your body. I just met a lady who had her eyes corneas.
The corneas, yeah.
It's amazing just to see how that's growing, and now they're doing the live liver transplants, and all of that has grown out of what my husband put in place so many years ago. So it's wonderful to see this growth. I think the first living donor or kidney donor they did was in Denver many years ago, and that didn't work so well. So they were going for the cadaver donors.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And you know, two things that I want to throw out. Well, let me say this to you first, because years ago here at KDKA, we did a show called Second Chance, and it was all about organ donation and encouraging people to give donors. And I think that sometimes people don't process that your donation, the donation of your loved one, can give someone else a second chance.
A life. It was like Joy and I went to the Transplant Olympics this year.
That's why you got all this around your neck.
Yes, yes. And the stories that we heard there was just amazing. The young people that, we had a story about a young girl there that She was how old? A little girl. It fell out of a window. And about
2.
2 years old. And the parents decided to donate right away. And that child lives on. And so many, many people. And there's life after donation, just like the transplant Olympic.
Right.
You know, there's so many people that come together.
Utah. Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City.
We were.
Wow.
Yeah.
The air is clear.
Oh yeah. Now, and that's when I realized that the only issue I may have had is when we were climbing the mountains. I got a little tired, and usually my energy level is off the wall.
Yeah, you're all over the place.
I'm
yeah.
everywhere. So yeah, and that's basically really what the only challenge I've had moving forward.
Moving forward.
Is at my energy level.
Let me get back to Joy because we only have about a minute left. Now, recently we saw the dedication of the Thomas Starzl statue. There's the documentary. I'm guessing that right now he is smiling that you are continuing this work.
I think so too. I think I am. I think he is smiling. I know I am. I'm proud of him, and I wasn't going to get emotional. But anyway, I'm carrying on his legacy because he planted that seed, and it's been a huge, been accepted all over the world. And they're doing transplants all over the world. My thing is that we still, even though we have the live donation going on, need people to sign the donor card just in case, because your organs can save, I think up to 9 people. 9 people
with a simple signature.
With a simple signature. And if people just want to know more about it, then they can call the go to www.core.org and find out about it. They have coming up is Sabbath National Donor Sabbath.
Oh, okay.
Which is November 9th through the 11th.
Okay.
And what you do is you go to your church, you have a packet that's provided by CORE, and you can share that with your congregation.
And it is something you need to talk about with your family. Sit tight for just a second. We're going to come back and wrap all this up in just a minute when the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show continues. Now.